Hello, friends. Happy Friday. I hope you have had a good week so far. We have been busting butt doing inventory. I will try and throw a little bit of progress in the middle of this video like I did the last one for you. I am doing high dollar what sold today, and we this past week had 19 over $50 sell on eBay. We had 5 on Etsy and 1 on Poshmark. So the eBay numbers went up, the Etsy numbers went down, and the Poshmark went down a little bit, but not too bad. So there are some really, really good sales in here. The majority of them did sell very, very fast, and I am super excited to show them to you. Again, as I say, all these high dollar what sold videos, these are the items that you need to be finding and listing if you want to increase your average sales price and you want to make more money. And the majority of these items were bought from online estate sales. And I will be doing a new how-to video for you on Sunday of how to buy. And I think I'm only going to do my top 3 sites to purchase from versus last time I did 5. So I want to concentrate on the 3 that I like buying from the most, and I'm gonna try and give you some tips and tricks if you would like to purchase from online estate sales. I spend quite a bit, but you can get inventory for any price on these online estate sales. So let's go ahead, take a look at all of these items. Amazing profits on these, and the majority of them, again, were very, very fast sales. We are starting off on Etsy. This is a vintage, heavy, large, chunky turquoise naked necklace. And this one I got from an online estate auction. It sold in under a month. I paid about $20 for it, and it is going to be about $80 profit. So a lot of these I think people think aren't worth money, but if you get really nice pieces of turquoise, even with just these poured silver beads, they will still sell for good money. Here you can see it is 58.46 grams. This was a non-branded, non-signed one and still sold for $120 very, very fast. This is a really, really cool pair. It's a pair of World War II Army Air Force sterling silver navigator wings, and they were hallmarked. It was a 3-inch pin. This one sold for $63.99, and all of these Etsy prices are after a 20% discount. So this one was probably at like $79.99, and this one sold really fast. I paid about $10 for it in an online sterling lot, and it is going to be about a $45 profit. And this one sold in under a week. So another very, very fast sale. And I didn't buy like a lot of military items. This was just in like a sterling brooch lot, but great value on this one. I am having to start paying like $10 each versus 5 on a lot of lots. But if they're worth $60, $70, I am okay with that. Me and this buyer went round and round, and she bought this necklace as well as the next one you're going to see, but she wanted more of a discount. I had this at $200. It was only listed for 3 days, and she wanted more of a discount. And I let her know I normally only do 10%, and it's already 20% off. So my price of $159 was firm. And so I did give her a little bit more off on the one you're going to see next. But then she was complaining about taxes and shipping, and it was just kind of one thing after another. So I'm really hoping that I don't have any problems after the sale, because that's kind of like a flash warning that you might when you're getting all of that before the sale. So this is a vintage artisan signed talisman amethyst sterling silver pearl pendant necklace. This is a one of a kind, gorgeous. I'm going to show you the signature. I could not figure out the artist. That's why it is not listed. And this one I paid about $20 for. So it is about $112 profit. And I think it could have been valued a little bit higher, but I did not know that artist. So here you can see the clasp. It is marked 925, and this is a pendant. It almost looks like gills to me. I'm not sure if any of you know who this artist is. Definitely let me know. And it was a 22-inch necklace, so a little bit longer. It was almost 14 grams, and really, really beautiful necklace with the amethyst, and very, very fast sale in under a week. Next up, this is the other necklace she bought, which this one was listed back in September. This is a vintage signed sterling silver marcasite pearl pendant necklace. I did put Y drop Victorian and boho. And this one I had listed at 120, and I gave her an extra $15 off since it had been listed for over 3 months. So she got this one for 105, and this one I paid about $15 for, so it's about a $72 profit. And here you can see that 925 stamp. This one was signed. It's another one that I did not know who that was. So that's another one. And if you guys ever know who these marks are, please tell me. That way in the future I will know. This one was just over 5 grams. Really, really pretty necklace. And not too bad. I am okay waiting on jewelry. So 6 months to make a $72 profit, I'm good with. Last up for Etsy is another fast sale. This is a vintage Navajo sign sterling silver hair barrette. I really thought about keeping this one. I actually had to pay up for this one. I paid $40 for this. So it is going to be a $64 profit pretty fast. And really, really neat piece. It wasn't overly big. It was about 2.5 inches, but it was almost 9 grams of sterling. Absolutely beautiful piece. Great sale. Again, I paid up, but I have had really good luck with hair barrettes that are sterling selling pretty fast. This is the only high dollar sale on Poshmark, and it sold in under a week. It is a vintage Victorian mother of pearl heart locket. It was 12 karat gold filled, and on the back it said keep her safe. This one sold for 100. Payout was 80. I paid 10, so it is a $70 profit. I was surprised at the value of this. I expected it to be lower, but I did my research and priced it, and it sold fast. So here you can see it says keep her safe, dear God. I love her so, which I couldn't fit all that in my title. It was signed. It was a Stetson, but that's not a well-known brand, so I didn't put it in the title. I tell you guys all the time, yes, the brand is important, but if it is an unknown brand, then you're probably better off just putting the brand into your item specifics and using that title space for other keywords. Moving over to eBay, this is a vintage sterling silver amethyst purple stone clip-on earrings. I did put etched in Art Deco. These sold for a best offer of 51. They were listed back in December, so 2.5 to 3 months to sell, and sold for 51. I paid 5, so these are a $35 profit. And you can see in this front picture, we had a fingerprint here. So this is something, again, I myself, before I put these listings up, I'm trying to pay close attention. And this is something I would say, hey, can we take the front picture again without the fingerprint? Because it's hard to pay attention to detail if you haven't ever done photography, which I have. So that kind of makes me a little bit more nitpicky. But these were almost 5 grams. So decent weight on these earrings, and really, really good sale at 51 in 3 months. This one is the first of the inventory stories. So this one sold, and apparently we could not find it. And Trish and I relisted this a day ago, and it sold for a best offer on 50. So yes, it's more than 10%, but I'm like, you know what? It's been laying around in my shed for who knows how long, and I've got a $50 offer. I'm going to take it. And I originally bought this for $1 at a barn sale. I remember exactly where I got it. And so that is going to make it close to a $40 profit. And it was only relisted for not even a day. Very, very fast. You can see it wasn't original vintage. It was single stitch, and very, very fast sale. So again, as we're going through this inventory, it kills me to see that this had sold before, and it's hard. You kind of have to cope with that. And mentally it is rough knowing that it sold. I couldn't find it. I lost that money at that time, but I'm really happy that it sold very fast after reposting. Next up is one that took 9 months to sell. This is a sterling silver chain. This is Appetite, and it is a blue and green gemstone. I put pendant necklace, sold for $59.99 full price. I paid $5. This is a $45 profit. But 9 months, again, with the jewelry, and this was not signed, not named. There you can see simply stamped sterling, and it was, oh, excuse me, it was 20 grams. I had a hiccup. I don't know where that came from. And really, really beautiful piece. And again, 9 months, I know it's not the 6-month point, but with jewelry not taking up much space and not a ton of cost into it, I am okay with this. Another that took 9 months to sell. This is a Harley Davidson women's mint green and white performance jacket. It was size small, and my small sizes do tend to take longer. I picked this up at a garage sale for $10. So this one is also a $40 profit. And Harley used to sell really fast for me, but here lately it is pretty slow moving, to be honest. So if I came across Harley lots now, unless it was a really, really good buy, I would probably pass it up. This one was listed for a little over a year, and we actually had 2 of them. One of them sold relatively fast. The second one took a little over a year and half off. So I sold it for $65. It is a Hook Peter Pan teddy bear. It is from 91, and it was brand new in the box. So $65. I paid about $15 for this one. So it's another $40 profit. 40, 40, 40 adds up a lot faster than 10, 10, 10, I'll tell you. So here you can see Peter Pan teddy bear made Peter fly. The box was in excellent condition, and I got the 2 of these actually off of an online estate sale in a big toy lot. This necklace took just over a year to sell, and it actually sold for half off as well. So another $65. This one I paid $25 for though. So I did pay up for this amber necklace. I really expected it to sell for more. So this one's only a $32 profit. I have been really hit or miss with amber. It either sells fast or doesn't. This is an artisan necklace though. Do you see that twist? This is a gorgeous piece. And honestly, I am still surprised that it took so long to sell. And that is something that just happens. We have no reason why, but it is a beautiful piece, and I'm glad it got a new home. Another 9 months to sell, but garnet has been more popular lately. This is a vintage garnet bead. It does have a gold floral clasp. I did put natural beads and retro. Sold for $69.99. I got this one for $5 in an online auction lot. So this one is about a $53 profit. And it is double knotted too. I didn't put that in my title, and I probably should have. And I didn't test this gold. So that was my mistake on that one, because if this was a 14 karat gold necklace, it was worth a lot more. So we have started testing a lot more of those vintage and antique gold clasps, because there are quite a few of them. It's a pretty high percent that are real gold. This Ralph Lauren black cable knit sweater took 6 months to sell, sold for $68, and I paid $5. So this one is a $50 profit. Watch for Ralph Lauren. This is black label. You do want to put that in your title if you have it. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Did I put, yes. I put just black cable knit. So I should have put black label, and I think this might have sold a little bit faster. Next up is this vintage sterling silver turquoise ring. This is a beautiful Navajo piece. I accepted a best offer of $75 on this one. I paid $25 for it. So this one is another $40 profit. Lots of $40 profits in this video. And this one, the pictures for the most part are pretty good in focus. Great picture of the turquoise on that one. And it was right at 10 grams. So excellent sale. Took 6 months, so it took a little bit longer, and it was purchased in an online estate sale. This little teacup took almost 2 years to sell. It is a Paragon Pansies teacup, and it took half off. So it sold for $70. I actually paid $20 for it. So this one's only a $32 profit. So with the teacups, I buy big lots, and some of them have a faster sell-through rate than others. A lot of the teacups in the last teacup lot I got, though, I did put over to Whatnot, and some of them had pretty good value. I just decided I was only going to keep the ones I thought would sell a bit faster. Here you can see the Paragon. This is a double warrant. And some of the Paragon teacups are worth hundreds and hundreds and over thousands. This is not one of them, but if you haven't seen my teacup video, I will throw that up top for you now. Next up, this was pretty cool, and I actually got these at a garage sale, and they only had one of them on the table, and it said $10. It said it was Tiffany. And so I told her I would take it, and she's like, okay, I have a gift for you. And I'm like, okay. So apparently the matching one had a chip, and she didn't want to charge somebody for it. So I paid $10 for one. She gave me the other. This one sold, or the pair of them sold in 3 months. You can see I did put read and put one of the candles has chips to see pictures. So these are going to be a $56 profit from a yard sale find. And I think it was pretty cool that she hid the other one. I would have bought it, obviously, if it was one or two, but I guess she wanted somebody to be willing to buy the single one before she told him about the gift. Very, very good find of Tiffany candlesticks at a garage sale. This stained glass piece was a very, very fast sale. So this is a hot air balloon panel. I did put hanging Southwest Mountains and Desert, and it sold for a best offer of $90. I paid $10. So this is a $64 profit. Got this from an online auction, and it is absolutely mint condition and sold very, very fast. I don't come across nice stained glass like this very often, but when I do, if I can get it for a good price, I pick it up because I've had very, very good luck selling items like this. This one sold in 3 months for $150. I paid $10. So this one is $112 profit. I absolutely love this one. Beautiful, way different than most that you see. And I was very, very happy to find this because it is just so different, and it was an excellent fast sale. This is another one that is just over the 3 month point. So I actually accepted best offer of $100. I paid $30 for this ring. So this one is a $56 profit. Most of the sterling and turquoise rings I get, I have to pay up for. So I kind of need to make sure I have that value there because I am paying more. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of turquoise. If this would have fit me, this is a ring that I definitely would have kept, but it was a little bit small. It was a size 6, and I am happy it is going to a new home. This is a story that you will not hear very often coming out of my mouth. I actually sourced this piece off of eBay. I was bidding on this exact set on an auction, and it got really high. And when I researched it, I saw somebody listed on eBay for $35. So I went ahead and accepted it. I sold it for $150 in under 2 months. There were other ones of the set, but they were all priced comparative to where I. So I bought that lower dollar one. Seller sent it to me. I left them good feedback. And this one is going to be a $64 profit. So sourcing of eBay is definitely something that can be done. I know people that do it. I don't have the patience to sort through all of eBay myself. Oh, I went past that. So let me show you guys. Here you can see the sterling made in Mexico, and it looks like a JC or JO for that signature. And this was a beautiful cobalt glass and sterling piece. It was almost 60 grams. So honestly, at my price point I sold it to, I actually sold it for under melt value, but a lot of that weight was glass, and I did get a good deal on it. This was a little bit faster jewelry sale. This one sold in 2 months. This is a Sten and Carl Lane, Finland, 1975 vintage solid sterling silver. Thank you to Google Lens for helping me identify this. I did pay $20 for this one, so it is going to be an $88 profit in 2 months. And I will show you that signature where you will know it. So there is that FIH. And there are more marks. And again, I identified this using Google Lens, and really, really neat piece out of Finland. And the name of it was Spiderweb. I found other similar ones to this, and this one sold pretty fast and was a good profit. This sucker sold in one day, and I don't know if I underpriced it or what. It's an Egyptian faience revival necklace, 12 karat gold filled clasp, sold for 90, but I was under $5 into this thing, so it's like a $70 profit. Sometimes if you get an offer fast and you didn't pay much, I say just take it. There you can see that clasp. And this is a really, really beautiful necklace. I have never come across anything like this. So Google Lens helped me identify that it was an Egyptian revival necklace. Artwork is another thing you have to be very careful of if you don't have space. And again, luckily I do. This is a vintage hand-painted country farmhouse. I put lake landscape scene. This one took 3 years to sell, but I only paid $5. So it is an $80 profit. And I am okay with that. So most of my artwork I get in like really big lots. Like a lot of the estate companies will put all of the artwork pieces together, and I get them anywhere from $1 to $2 up to $10 a piece, and I've made a lot of profit off of them. Another one that sold in under a day, very, very fast. I accepted a best offer of $160. I only paid $10. So this one is $120 profit in hours of listing. This is a Chinese turquoise and cloisonne crystal carved bead necklace. And it was 36 inches. It was very, very long. Beautiful turquoise and cloisonne beads. Look at how heavy, 135 grams. This was a heavy necklace and an absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece. And this came out of a costume lot. Last for today is another necklace that sold in under a day. This is an Art Nouveau Deco sterling silver and another marcasite. So marcasite is coming back, I feel like. This one sold for a full price of $199. I only paid $10 for this one. So it is $150 profit in a day. So definitely watch for the Art Deco look. Watch for sterling silver. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Simply stamped sterling, no name. So this is a case of, I feel like it is keywords and the look that sold this piece fast. All right, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the little clip of the inventory system as well. I really do appreciate you watching. Let me know if you learned anything new. Don't forget, and I tell you over and over, I get these from online estate auctions. Watch out Sunday. I'm going to teach you exactly how I find them.